I'm Dr. Vidhya. On the occasion of Women's Day, I'm going to give you a speech on the topic, why should Women's Day be celebrated? And what is the theme behind it? Women's Day is celebrated this year to mark the honorable achievements of the women in all the fields and to create an awareness against gender equality. What is Women's Day's theme? Women's Day's theme is break the bias. That means come out of all the hurdles and achieve. This day is generally celebrated from the 19th century when women were fighting for their rights, voting rights and working hours as well as salary wages equal to men. But nowadays, why is it celebrated nowadays? Nowadays, still women are facing a lot of problems. Now, what are the problems which we face? Human trafficking, female infanticide, marital torture, and all these problems we are facing still also. Certain places like Pakistan, there are no education rights also. Women like Malala have fought for their rights and she achieved a Nobel Prize for it. There are places like in Nigeria where men beat women. So, we are giving out our voices. If we alone give out our voices, it is not going to be heard everywhere. So, we join hands and raise our voices against men to stop all these harassments. Now, why do you, just by shouting our voices, are we going to achieve our target? No. We have to acknowledge the achievements of women achieved in different fields. Let's see the role of a woman in society. She is a girl, she is a daughter to her parents, a sister to her brother, a mother to her child, a wife to her husband. She supports everyone in the society in each and other fields. She is not only a homemaker, she is an achiever in her profession also. Otherwise, we wouldn't have such good doctors, engineers, academicians and administrators in our society. For example, let's see. But the first woman president, Mrs. Pratibha Patel, proved her talent. Let's take the role model of Mrs. Sudha Murthy, the chairman of Infosys. Let's see her achievements. Unless otherwise, we do not see her achievements, how do we get inspired from her? Did her 10th standard, she stood first and bagged a cash award for it. Later on, when she went to do her engineering, BE graduate, she won a gold medal in it. Later on, when she went to do her ME, she stood first in it and bagged a gold medal on it. Not only as an academician, she proved her talent. She went on to develop Infosys. With developing Infosys, she also authored many books. She proved herself as an author and bagged prize for it also. She worked with the Infosys Foundation from 1996 and won many awards from the Rotary Club for it. She was very interested in giving some tips to parents and set an example as a motivating mentor to many students. Her speeches are very interesting to listen to and many students as well as parents get inspired out of her. When she has achieved so many things, shouldn't we recognize her? If we don't recognize her, then how are we going to know her? Not only her, there are many women who have inspired in many things and they have achieved so many things. Unless and otherwise we don't celebrate Women's Day, how do we get to know about all these things? How many of you all know all these things? Such Women's Days should be celebrated to acknowledge these women's achievements and learn a lesson or get inspired for them. Let me tell my story as an example to show how I am inspired by my experiences. When I was a school student, I lost an academic year due to personal reasons. My father met with an accident and I could not cope up with my studies as I was in Gulf with him for 3 months. I failed in Hindi. I didn't lose my heart. I took up the spirit and learnt the subject. Later went on to prove my fact and became an Hindi debater in my school days. When I topped my 12th in Hindi with distinction, I got a state level award debater. Then, when I started my practice as a doctor, I had done a lot of camps and got the best outstanding doctor in my field. Later, my health started deteriorating. I could not continue my practice after 20 years. I left my job. I didn't want to sit idle at home. I wanted to encourage my son along with his studies. So I did my BA Hindi and MA Hindi and stopped with the first class. I didn't stop here. I went on to continue my passion. I was very interested in Rangoli and giving speeches from my childhood days. So I started taking part in all the online competition and won a lot of prizes in Rangoli as well as speech competitions. This is how I got inspired. I should tell a statement here. I am a single parent left by my husband. When he left me, he told that you know nothing. I was not disheartened with it. I wanted to prove the fact that woman, when she wants to achieve it, she will do it when she is determined to do it. What I want to say here is education can take you anywhere and everywhere. I thank the Mission Improvement Foundation Talent for giving me a chance to talk on this topic. So let's all work, let's all get inspired and prove ourselves that we are more or less equal to men. Thank you.